everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, Stitching on the Rock. We are at episode 40. Hi! For anybody who's just watching for the first time, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. I'd love it if you did. For anyone who has been with me for a while, apologies that I didn't put a video up yesterday. Technical difficulties. I had some difficulties on the last video. I seemed like I was so far away from the camera, but I think odd. It was in exactly the same spot that it normally was, so I don't know what happened. It's Monday, August 21st. It's extremely humid here today, so apologies for the beverage and the sweating, if you can see it. So what's been going on? We had two pretty blah weeks in August. My son has been volunteering at Challenger Baseball on Saturdays. We got rained out for the last 2 Saturdays. Yesterday morning at 8 o'clock, it poured. It woke me up. It was so loud. I thought I was going to have to build an ark. By after lunch, the rain had stopped and it was actually a really nice day. School is coming up in a couple of weeks. We go, well, not we, but my son goes back on the 6th of September, the Wednesday after Labor Day. I think it's the 6th. But they're only there for like an hour to get their schedules. That's how high school works here, and then they start classes on Thursday. I decided this week past it was time to see if he needed clothes for school or for later in school. Like September here is usually pretty warm and most of the month you can wear shorts. Yeah, I pulled out 10 pairs of pants between gym pants, jeans, and like cotton pants. 10 pairs were too short for him. And it's impossible. Well, I got gym pants. Not that he doesn't do gym. They only have to do gym for 1 year in high school, and he is actually not going to do it till grade 12. But he likes to wear them because they're comfortable. So I managed to find gym pants that were long enough for him. Jeans, the length is fine because he can wear 32 or 34 depending on how skinny the legs are. The waist is the problem for jeans. He's just getting into size 28 waist, and I swear if you gave it a good tug, they'd come right down over him. My sister actually went and found, the elastic that they put in the kids' jeans to make them tighter. She actually found some of that and sewed 2 buttons on each side and cinched in the sides of his waist so they wouldn't fall down over him. The problem is these cotton pants that are in style now with the elastic in the bottoms of them, because no matter what size the pants are, extra small to extra large, they're all the same length, which makes no sense because not everybody is like 5'6" or below, because he's 5'6" now, which is not he's taller than I am, but he's not as tall as his dad is. So, and there's an awful lot of boys in high school that are 6 foot tall. So either they don't care that their pants are up to their shins, or they just don't wear those kinds of pants. I don't know. I only had to pull out a couple of long sleeve shirts and hoodies that were too short in sleeves for him. We've actually graduated him last year into men's small for those, so most of them still fit him. A couple of the shirts, if his arms get any longer after Christmas, I'll have to replace them. Yeah, and that's pretty much all that's been going on with us. The rest of it is just life. We're not that exciting. So we'll move on past life and get into whips. No finishes in the last 2 weeks. My stitching mojo has kind of been up and down the last couple of weeks. Some days I really wanted to stitch. Other days I just had other things to do or just wasn't in the mood. So only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 whips to show you. And one of them I just started stitching on today, so there's hardly any progress. First up, thanks for everyone who voted on my thread question for 7 swans. To rule them all. Seven, no, not seven swans to rule them all. Seven swans. Seven swans, I'm going to call it because I can't remember the rest of the title. Pirate Glass 1, the green. Hopefully you guys, I have a little different setup here so I can actually see what I'm recording on my TV, because I can't see what I'm recording on my phone because my phone is backwards. So I want to make sure you guys can see. So I might glance over there once in a while to make sure you guys can see the, hopefully you can see the different shades of green here. Let me see. That, I don't think that helped at all. And I'm looking over there instead of at the camera, so I don't know how to turn it. But anyway, it's different shades of green. You'll see it better on the stitching. So I didn't keep track of my stitches. I have maybe 500 stitches done on it. And it's done 2 over 2 on a green 28 count linen, and I don't know the name of the linen. And I started in the center, so oops. So you can read 2 fine, 5 rings bring. So I was just stitching in my Q-snap, and I was just going to stitch in whatever I could get in the Q-snap, and then I'd move it. So hopefully you can, I don't, just a second. Looking for something to put behind because the fabric is kind of see-through. Try a piece of printer paper and hopefully that will help. Hopefully that helps for you guys to see. I don't know that you can actually see the thread, but it is actually a very nice variegated green. It's kind of, yeah, it just looks like solid color, but there is definitely variegation in it. Sorry that you can't see it. So that's that one, and then I worked on Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Saplings, and I forgot to tell you with the last one, I'll put up a picture of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. So these are all on Q-snap because I've been working on them and I don't want to take them off. So this is Strawberry Harvest by Cottage Garden Saplings, which I said, stitch 1 over 2 on 36 count. The fabric was called Winter Moon, and then I dyed it with pearl gray, denim blue, and petal pink. And here is where we are. Oops. So I have the top border completed, and I have the side completed except for the second color in the bottom 2 strawberries, which I somehow missed. So let's try the paper again. I'll figure this out with making sure, because I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see everything and see it well, and try not to look over there too much, just once in a while to make sure that it's centered. So there you go. The color kind of looks darker than it is the fabric color, but it's a lighter color than it's showing up, and the pink is not really showing up very good. Oh well. It's gonna be one of those videos. And after that, those 2 I'm doing for a kind of monthly event on a Facebook group that and one wanted you to do something with harvest, and one wanted you to do something for either Canada Day, July 4th, or Christmas in July. So that's how those 2 ended up. Then I decided to do some work on some of my full coverage pieces, and I just spun my wheel. And first up is Grand Slam by, I don't know, hold on a second, I'm not very prepared. There's my pictures of my full coverages. Grand Slam by Stephen Paul Carlson for Heaven and Earth Designs, and I am stitching it 1 over 1 on 28 count, and it's called Lemon. And this piece, I have them here, so I might as well show you the pictures. It's very peach and orange. So stitching it on the lemon kind of helps the colors to show up. So I got 300 stitches done on it, and I'm at 0.69%. I started this in, well, September. Started this in May for the May is All About Me and full coverage I had this year. And it was the 5th week, and there was like 2 days. And so I didn't get a whole lot done when I started. And so now I've added 300 stitches to it. And here's where we are. Which is not very much at all. It's just the top little sky part that I'm working on. Then I stitched on Pride and Prejudice. Quick Stitch Pride and Prejudice by Amy Stewart as part of the Heroes and Heroines, I think is the name of the full piece. And I am doing this on 1/1 on 28 count ice blue. And like I said, I have all my full coverage pictures here. I might as well show them to you in real life if I can find out. And then this is what it's going to look like when it's done. So I stitched 616 stitches. I was really in the mood to do this, and I really didn't want to put it down, but I've got so many others that I really had to. I'm now at 8.56%. I'm doing this diagonally, and I know I should go down and finish the diagonal I was working on, but I decided instead of doing that, I was going to come up to the top again, where I had been working on it for in May, or March I think it was when I did the March Madness. So here's where I am, totally. So that little bit of pink down at the bottom, hopefully, let's see if I can do it. That is almost at the bottom of the diagonal of the pattern. And so what I stitched on was the top, the green into the second diagonal, and the kind of orangey, rusty colors. That's a book. So that's what I stitched on that one. Then I picked up Queen of Hearts, which was my birthday start in 2022. And it is stitched Queen of Hearts by Rachel Anderson. And it is stitched 1/1 on 28 count Dahlia. And I stitch 292 stitches. And I'm now at 0.96%. I should have continued on and got to the 1%, but I was doing all the black, and that was getting a bit boring and frustrating. So I actually picked up the second color, which is 152, I believe, but you can, well, it's this color here, this dark purple plum color. And you probably cannot even see where I stitched anything on it, but I did fill in all the way down the diagonal, that plum color. You might be able to see a little bit of it right there. Because there's no black there where that bit is stitched. It's going to take me a lifetime and a half to finish stitching this, but I'm plugging along at it whenever it comes up. And lastly, I spun Mini Sunflower by Marion Broom, which is this one, which is my semi-focus. Whenever it comes up, I spend a lot more time stitching on it than anything else. And I just, like I said, picked it up this morning and stitched a little bit, and I got 153 stitches done so far on it, but my goal is to try and get to 1,000 before I'm like, okay, I'm done with this one for a while. And I'm at 33.35%, and I'm not taking it off the Q-snap, but there we are. Hopefully You can see I filled in a little bit of, well, I'm no good with directions of where I am. The black and brown here, and a little bit there, and a little bit more here. And now this color is helping to fill in down the side here a little bit. And that's what I've got done on that. And I'm going to continue stitching on that for the next day or so. It's pretty easy to crank out stitches on this one because I just love it. I'm a big sunflower person. And that's it, like short and sweet today. I have no fully finishes, no finishes, no haul. I have a piece of fabric that I had ordered a while ago and they didn't have, well, I ordered 3 little pieces and they didn't have one of them, so that's on its way. For next video, no starts, no, well, other than that's it. Very short today. I probably, well, the next time I'm supposed to video is Labor Day weekend. I don't know what plans I have for that weekend. But when Aaron goes back to school, I will be switching to like Mondays from Sundays because he'll be out of the house. Like he's in his room there behind me now. But I mean, he won't bother me, but he doesn't like to hear me when I'm doing these. So it'll be after school starts. It'll be back to Mondays. Floss tube wise, I haven't been watching a whole lot. I'm far behind on everybody. I think the only person I managed to keep up to date with is Helen D. Everyone else I'm a video or 2 behind. I'm trying to catch up, and I will catch up when Aaron goes back to school and things slow down. I've been watching a few on a lot of people that are new to me, but I've only watched 1 or 2 here, so I'm a person who goes back to the beginning and starts watching from the start. So once I get caught up to some of them, I'll mention them in my videos. I guess that's it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.